So a good mentor is not just a shortcut to success. It's not just a person who can introduce you to the person who will change your life. It's a person who can actually guide you through their failures and their successes and show you the way. But the key is this: a mentor appears when a student is ready. What's up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of Purpose Over Pleasure podcast. And today we're going to talk about something that I think a lot of people don't take seriously, that a lot of people don't take advantage of and simply overlook. We're going to talk about mentors and mentorships, and in particular, the benefits, the good things that come from finding a good mentor in life, whether it's in business, in personal life, in self-development, or whatever it is you want to do. You must have a mentor, a person who will guide you, who will open doors for you, and he will show you the shortcuts to success. I want to begin this episode with sharing something that's really important to me. That's the story about somebody who's really important to me, and that's my best friend, my partner, and my mentor, Kevin Maxwell. He's been here on my podcast. He's been a guest on my podcast, and this guy played a crucial role, and to this day, he plays a crucial role in my life. He's like a brother to me. Before I jump into this, I want to say thank you guys for following my channel, for liking, sharing, and subscribing these episodes, and sharing these episodes with those who you believe can benefit from them. Let's jump in. So the story is this. The way I met Kevin, it was about 3 years ago. I needed a specific custom-made table for my podcast. If you guys followed me for a while, you remember my first studio was at my house, and in the spare bedroom of my house, and I had a tiny bedroom. Well, compared to this studio, it was tiny. And I needed a specific table that I could adjust. It was an ergonomic table that goes up and down. And so through my girlfriend, through her friend, my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, she introduced me to this guy named Kevin, who ended up selling me the table. But I was so impressed by his professionalism, by his inspirational speech, by his knowledge, just by his vibe, that I told him, listen, man, I'm going to come pick up the table, but I want to take you out to lunch. And I want you to teach me everything you know about business. The rest is history. Fast forward 3 years or so, we're now like brothers. We're running multiple companies together. We're best friends. We've been through thick and thin, and hopefully our relationship continues to grow and prosper. And I shared a story with you guys to tell you that it's very important to have a mentor in life. Now, I've been blessed to have a lot of mentors in life. My first mentor in life was in college. A professor named Al Valdez. He was a retired cop, and he was a professor. He taught classes on gangs, and he was the mentor that guided me from college into becoming a cop and joining law enforcement. And then I had a mentor when I was on the force, a few actually. Some call them FTOs, but I still talk to them, and they were my mentors through my career as a cop. And eventually I ended up meeting Kevin, and Kevin taught me and still teaches me every day about business, about self-development, about entrepreneurship, and a lot of different things. And we hold each other accountable. And to this day, when I need advice, specifically about business, I come to him because he's been in business for over 2 decades, and he's done things that I only aspire to do. And now together we're doing things that I never would have thought I would be doing before. Now, why is it important to have a mentor in life? And there's a handful of good reasons why. And I'm going to talk about, particularly about 7 of them. Number one reason is very simple. Mentors are shortcuts to success. Now think about it. Shortcuts to success. What does that mean? If you have a mentor, or when you have a mentor, that person basically teaches you real life, from real life scenarios, and they teach you from their own perspective, from their own mistakes, from their own wisdom. So you get to learn from someone who has made the mistakes already, who has made the mistakes for you, and they can tell you exactly what to do or what not to do. It's one thing to watch YouTube videos. It's one thing to read books. It's one thing to listen to somebody on the internet or something like that. But it's a whole nother thing when you're talking to somebody, when you're being mentored by somebody who has done what you're aspiring to do, what you're about to do. Because they can tell you, hey, this is going to work, this is not going to work. You should do this or you should not do this. And that's very valuable because it's sort of like working smart, not hard. Why would you listen to somebody who has not done what you want to do. You should always listen to somebody who's done what you're trying to do and listen to them carefully and take notes, because they'll tell you exactly what mistakes to avoid, what to do, what not to do, where to invest the money, how to approach somebody, and etc., etc. Whatever it is, understand that wisdom is learning from somebody's mistakes. True wisdom is learning from somebody's mistakes. If you're like me and you learn life by making mistakes, that's fine too, but it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you pain, probably some hurt feelings, and you're going to learn. But the best wisdom is learning from somebody else's mistakes. That right there is precious, and you can collapse time and leap forward and achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. One other reason that I really suggest and I recommend you fellas and ladies to get mentors in life is these people, mentors, that will hold you accountable, because it's accountability that actually works. It's one thing if you hold yourself accountable. That's great. It's even better if you have friends who can hold you accountable. That's even better. But if when you have somebody who you look up to, who you admire, and that person holds you accountable, and that person mentors you, and that person puts pressure on you, healthy pressure, that's a whole nother thing. Like Kevin, for example, always been putting a healthy amount of pressure on me. Sometimes pressure that I was like, man, that's a lot. But I'm glad he did that, because pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. And he was always, and he still is good at putting pressure on me, just the right amount and just enough in certain ways that I'm like, okay, it's time to push forward. It's time to ignore the noise, ignore the bullshit, and keep moving forward. So when you have a mentor that can hold you accountable, that's great. Because I guarantee you, you wouldn't want to disappoint that person. I guarantee you, you wouldn't want to let that person down. And they would know how to hold you accountable. They would know how to tweak you in ways. They would know what to say and how to say it, because of their life experience, because they know how to read your character, because they know what buttons to push and when to ease off. They usually know. And I'm telling you this as now a mentor to other men. Some of you may know I coach other men. I help men in self-development, in masculinity, in business. And so with that, with my experience, I am learning now, and I've learned that every person has to have their own approach. So I don't have a cookie cutter approach to everybody. I first get to know the people that I mentor, my mentees, right? And then I study their character, and I kind of realize, okay, I can push this person in these ways and ease off in these ways. And somebody else, I can do it the opposite way, because I know what type of character they are. So highly recommend getting a mentor who's going to hold you accountable, because that is key. You also have to realize that mentors come with real world knowledge. And I sort of talk about that in my first key point, but understand that you can watch hundreds of hours of videos or listen books or go to seminars. But when you talk to somebody who has lived through that, through what you want to achieve, through what you're about to embark on, through that journey, they can provide you with a context. They can provide you with discernment. They can provide you with reality and real life situations and stories and examples where you can learn from, because they've lived through it, because they've done it. And hopefully they've learned from it, and hopefully they know better now so they can teach you. So it's great. You can listen to YouTube videos, you can read books, you can take courses. But I think the best way is to learn from somebody who's already done what you want to do and who's lived what you're about to go through. They hold the knowledge. They hold the key to that book of knowledge from which you can learn and benefit. I also recommend having mentors, because mentors are great at giving you access to their networks. Now, you may ask yourself, well, that sounds kind of selfish. You want to get a mentor so they can get access to your network? No, it's nothing selfish. Mentors are great at introducing their mentees, their students, into their network. Like same thing with Kevin, for example. He's great. He's introduced me to a lot of people, a lot of successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, millionaires, multimillionaires, people he does business with. And I am very grateful for it to him, and I will never deny that. Also, my other mentor, Bedros Koulian. Shout out to you, brother. You great at that as well. You great at opening doors and introducing people and allowing people into your network and sharing your network with others. Like the old saying goes, your network is your net worth. Now, that took me a few years to understand, but now looking back, and sometimes I'm looking through my Rolodex, or for those of you who don't know what Rolodex is, looking through your contact list, I'm like, okay, this person helped me, this person helped, I do a lot of business with this person, but these people, I was introduced to them through my mentors, like Kevin, like Bedros, like other mentors that I had in my career as a law enforcement officer. Mentors open doors and they bring you into their network. And your network is your net worth, like I mentioned earlier. So when you take advantage of that, not in a bad way, but in a good way, when you grow with those people, when you provide value to them, that's key. Don't just meet people and suck the value out of them. No, provide people with value. It's very important. It's extremely important. When you meet somebody, ask that person, hey, what can I do for you? What can I do for your business? What kind of value can I provide for you? Okay, people will respect you, love you, and admire you for that, and they would want to do business with you. That's very important. And you never know. Maybe you can have a mentor, or you already had a mentor that opened a certain door for you or introduced you to a certain person who's changed your life. That happened to me, and I'm hoping to do that to my mentees, not the guys that I teach and mentor. And I call that passing it forward. Whenever I teach my guys, whenever I mentor my guys, I always tell them, hey man, don't worry about owing me any favors. What I want you to do is in the future, I want you to do the same thing that I'm doing for you for somebody else. Each one teach one. Lift another man up. Help a brother out. Okay? Because that's very important. And then when you do that, tell them the same thing. Pay it forward. Pay it forward. Pay it forward. It's very important. God teaches us to serve others. When I pray in the morning, I ask God, listen, thank you for the gifts that you provided me. Thank you for the blessings. Use me, my body, my arms, my hands, my legs, my talents, my public speaking abilities, my gifts. They're yours to use. Use them to help others so that I can serve others and make you proud. That's part of my everyday prayer. The next point is this. Mentors are great at providing you with clarity in chaos. So many times I had situations in my life when I'm going through chaos and my head is spinning. I'm like, what should I do? This financial situation, this is going wrong, that's going wrong, family, relatives, friends, blah, 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 you name it. Chaos can be any day and out of anything. But a good mentor can help you ground yourself, can help you calm down, and can teach you, hey, this is what matters. This is what does not matter. Keep your eyes on the prize, and this is the perspective. Mentors are great at providing you with perspectives and telling you what really matters in chaos. I've had situations before where I would be going through chaos and I would come to Kevin for help and he would tell me something and guide me through the chaos. Or Bedros, I had him up like, hey, this is what I'm going through. What do you think? And he would show me the perspective. That's very valuable. That's very valuable. I'm very grateful to those men for helping me when I was dealing with challenges and certain circumstances in life and I did not know which way to go, what action to take. Although I am consider myself fairly, wise and fairly knowledgeable in life, but it doesn't matter. A person who's been doing something that I want to do for 20 years and I have 2 decades, 3 decades of experience on me, absolutely I will come to that person for advice because they know better. They've lived it. They have better perspective. They know what matters and what does not. So yeah, mentors can provide you with clarity in chaos. Another factor is this. Ask yourself, how would you feel if the person you admire, the person you respect, the person you look up to actually compliments you, actually tells you that they believe in you, actually tells you that you have the potential to do better, to be better, and to succeed in life? How do you think you would feel? I bet you would feel great. I bet you will give you a boost of confidence. I bet you will believe in yourself more. That's why mentors are important, because mentors are somebody who you respect, you admire, you look up to, and when that person tells you that they're proud of you, when that person tells you that you're capable of a lot more than you think, when that person believes in you, like it or not, it gives you that natural boost of confidence. That gives you a natural boost of energy, the motivation, the confidence in you, and that self-belief that you can. That you can. And sometimes in life, you need it. You need it. I talk a lot about self-belief, confidence, and competence, but just like everybody else, I have my days when I don't feel like doing shit, when I don't feel like I have it together, when I don't feel like I'm doing the right thing, or I don't know what to do. Guess what I do? First, I come to God and I pray and I ask God for guidance. First thing first, I ask God for guidance. And then I also come to my mentors and the people I respect and admire and ask him, hey, what do you think? What should I do? Or what do you think about the situation? And when they give me their perspective, when they provide that clarity in chaos, when they tell me that I'm capable of overcoming the situation, that what the perspective is, and that they believe in me, hey, I feel great. I feel motivated. I feel the energy. I'm inspired, and I'll push forward. No matter what, I'll push forward. So mentors are great for that. And the last point I want to talk about is this. Mentors are great at helping you fulfill your potential. They help you become who you really are. Because oftentimes, what kind of mentor would you seek? Ask yourself. You would seek a mentor in the area that you lack in. You would seek a mentor in the area that you need help in, that in the area that you want to get better, to learn, to be successful in. So you're naturally looking for the person who can help you to become better, to become wiser, to succeed in whatever venture or journey you're about to embark on. So yeah, mentors help you become who you're meant to be. They help you focus. They provide you with clarity. They help you realize your true potential because they're looking at you from a third person's perspective. They're analyzing you. They know your character. They study you. They can see things about you that you don't see. Understand that. They have years and decades of experience. They know how to read people. They know how to read the character. So they know what you're capable of, sometimes better than you do. And that is a great, great advantage that mentors have over you. And I can speak from the other perspective as well, just like with the guys that I mentor. So I had a handful of situations where they'll come to me. Like I had this one guy, he came to me and he said, hey man, I think I want to do this, but I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of scared. And I told him, hey man, just a few months ago, you were dealing with an obstacle, with a challenge, and you were asking me the same thing. And guess what? You overcame. You did better. You were able to get through it, and you came out on the other side stronger, better, more confident. This is no different. You are able. You're capable of it. And he told me, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. I'm going to go take care of that. I'm going to go handle business. Because I know he can. But his lack of self-belief, his doubt was preventing him from taking a step forward, from taking that leap. So mentors are great at doing that. They're great at helping you realize your full potential and fulfilling your full potential. So those are the things that I believe personally that I've experienced in having mentors, and the reason why I highly recommend to you, boys and girls, to get a mentor in life. Okay, it's one thing to go to courses, to read books, to watch videos, but it's another thing when you have somebody by your side, somebody you respect, somebody you admire, somebody you look up to, who can actually provide you with shortcuts in life, on how to become successful, who will hold you accountable, who will provide you with real world knowledge and not just theory, who will introduce you and bring you into their network and open doors for you, who will help you with perspective and clarity in chaos. The same mentors will show you how to gain confidence through growth and also help you realize and fulfill your full potential. So, if you guys agree, click like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have a mentor currently, and if I missed any of the points or why you believe it's good to have a mentor in life, drop a comment. Let me know, because I'm sure there's a lot more reasons to why you should have a mentor. And last but not least, in this episode, Like I always say, we talk about freedom, we talk about masculinity, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about purpose. And if you've gained any value from this episode, most importantly, please send it to a brother or a sister who you think will benefit from this, because what I said earlier, each one, teach one. And if somebody's helping you out, you got to pay forward. Thank you guys for listening. See you next time. God bless.